So I'm Tara Linhardt, and
I'm Ian Poole.
And we lead tours to Nepal. We lead arts and culture, music, food-based tours. And a lot of our clients like to experiment with new foods and drinks they haven't had before. One of their favorites is often Tongba,
Which is a great cold weather, gut warming drink.
very relaxing, slightly alcoholic, very friendly, and very tasty. But usually you cannot get it in the United States. But we've just found a company we're very excited about that can ship you how to make your own Tongba right here in the US. So we're unboxing it now for the first time. Pretty excited. So we're gonna give it a try and let me know what we think. Ooh, these are beautiful. Nice packaging. So there's some Tong, which is another kind of alcohol drink.
Here we have, from the Yak Brew company, Tongba, the Easy Everest edition.
And I have Tongba DIY kit, the Mercha style. So two different styles of Tongba, which will have slightly different tastes, so we'll have to make them both and see how we like them.
All the instructions here on the back. But
Oh, and he also has YouTube instructions, which I'm going to check out because I like learning things off of YouTube. All right, so let's see what's in here. This is pretty exciting. It looks like he's really thought of all sorts of things to include, which makes it easy. So we have the whole kit. Not easy to open. Didn't need a knife or anything on that. So we've got the Tongba. Oh, straw. Whoops.
We've got millet everywhere.
We've got some millet. So millet, we do grow millet. Millet is it's an ancient grain and one that you'll find in different kinds of natural cereals, cookie cereals in America and stuff, as one of those super grains. Very healthy for you. Now here we've got.
This is the fermentation bag. Once we cook it, we'll put it in this bag to ferment for up about a week.
It's a strainer too. It's like a cheesecloth, big cheesecloth. It's got a drawstring. Okay, you want to see what else is in it? You want to see the next thing?
We've got the yeast to start the fermentation project.
Which has to be a very specific kind of yeast. So he's already looking at it. And then we've got the millet. That's the important part.
Yeah.
Okay, don't close that one. So after we open the millet to make our Tongba, first step's going to be rinsing it. So just find a nice big bowl. I'm going to pour all of the millet in there. Make sure I don't miss any of this. It's ever so important, healthy millet seeds. They feel really cool too. The texture's great. Okay, and now I'm just going to pour some plain old water in there. Use filtered water, I suppose, if your water tastes weird or something. But, all right. You can clean it. You know, that's what we always used to do with rice too. So as you can see, I'm just rinsing the millet as one does when you have a real organic, nice grain. You just want to rinse it out, then drain it a couple times.
I'm just going to filter this to see if we can catch any millet seeds that get washed out.
So this is the second rinse, and the water's definitely getting a lot clearer. Okay, so here's going to be our third, I think probably final. I mean, you could probably wash as much as you want, really. I don't know. The third one, it looks pretty clear to me.
Looks great.
All right, so now we have cleaned and drained the millet, so looks like it's going to be pretty tasty, or as they say in Nepal, mito cha. So this step done. Okay, so now I have the Instapot or rice cooker container here, and I'm just going to pour it in there. Try to get it all in there, all the good stuff. Next step is I've got the millet in the rice cooker or in the container. I'm going to add water till I've got about 3/4 of an inch in there, which will be about 1 knuckle, I've been told, on my fingers. And that knuckle should be from the top of the millet, not from the bottom of the bowl. So I put the millet in here, and then I put my Instapot. You can, if you have a rice cooker button or a wild rice button, that's a good thing. I just set mine to pressure cook on high for 10 minutes. I don't want it to get too mushy, but I want it to get cooked. Okay, so I believe that the millet has cooked. So I've already depressurized it, so don't forget at that step, or you'll injure yourself. All right, I've got my cooked millet now. Okay, so I've just finished cooking it in my rice cooker or my Instapot. I've checked, it seems to be soft, but not too mushy. And now I've got something nice and basically flat. I can put it in to let it cool, and I'm supposed to spread it thin. So if I don't have enough here, I'll put another one too. Let's see. Got, yeah, I might use two platters. I've got 2 platters, so. Okay, so again, I'm just spreading the millet out so that it can be on something flat, so it all gets exposed to the air. This is just at room temperature, so it cools down after being cooked. Okay, so now that the millet has cooled off, I'm going to put it all in a bowl so that I can then mix in my yeast with it. Okay, so now my little kit, I have my instructions here. It says to take the yeast here, and then I'm going to open it, and I'm going to mix it into a 1/2 cup of lukewarm water, stir and dissolve. So let's open this up. Got my measured out cup right there. All right. And mix it. Okay, so I've put the yeast into my lukewarm water. I've stirred it up. Looks like it's pretty evenly dissolved. Now I'm going to add that in here to the millet that has been cooked and then cooled. And then I'm going to stir that in there and make sure it gets all nice and in there. Okay, so now that we've thoroughly mixed this millet together with the yeast provided in our kit to make tongba, I'm going to try to get all of this spooned it into this cloth bag. Kind of like
it's called a fermentation bag.
Fermentation bag. It's also a cloth bag though.
That comes with the kit.
Yes, that came with the kit, so you don't have to buy one separate or anything. And then this is where we're going to leave it for how many?
48 hours.
48 hours, according to our. Now we've got all the fermented millet in the fermentation bag that was provided. Now we put it in plastic bags. Just that keeps the moisture just somewhat in there, but we don't seal the plastic bags. We want it to breathe some, but I guess not too much.
For the next 48 hours, and then we put it in a sealed container.
Mm-hmm. And then we get to have tongba, hopefully, soon.
In a week.
Yeah, it's all fun. It's all part of the fun process. Okay, so now that this millet has been fermenting for the last 48 hours or so, I'm going to take it out of the plastic bags, and I'm going to put the whole thing still in this cloth bag in my Tupperware and close it off so it's airtight. Hopefully it's airtight. I think my Tupperware's okay, so now we have just let the millet ferment for 4 days in this closed Tupperware. So we're going to open it up now. And it's baggie that came in our kit, and a little cheesecloth basically. Smells really good. I mean, if you're used to the smell of fermented millet and tongba, it smells really good. Okay, so do you want to scoop or should I scoop?
I'll hold this open, you can scoop.
Okay. So we're going to scoop it in here, and then this is freshly boiled water. So you take your tongba, and this is a great drink to drink in the winter. And right now it's cold, and it's just been snowing a little outside, so this will be perfect. Warms all the muscles, helps you relax, makes you merry. And now that I've got this thing pretty much full, that's what I want, then I'm going to take the hot water and just pour it in there. And then I'd fill it up. So it just basically, oops, I probably should put a little more of that in there. Okay, so now we've put the millet in here. We've filled it up with millet. Then I've added the boiling water, just boiled, hot boiling water, just about fill it up. Not more water than I have millet, but just to wet all that millet. And then put my straw in here. Remember, the straw has a little pointy bit at the end so that it keeps the millet from getting sucked up in there. So you want that proper kind of straw. It's like a yerba mate straw. Okay, so you can stir it around if you want. Some people say stir, some people say don't stir. I like to stir.
I like to
It
mix
brings
it up.
out the flavor. So, Mr. Poole, that's for you. Okay.
Nice and warm, like it's going to warm your hands.
Oh, and the other reason we have this here, the thermos is here because this is an endless drink. So once you've made it, you can keep adding boiling water to it over and over and over again and topping it off, and it makes it just a whole new glass each time. So what most people will do is they'll take some sort of a thermos. I mean, you could just keep heating your water up and adding it too, but you take the thermos of boiled water, add a little boiled water, top it off as many times as you want, and you're good to go. So, cheers. Good.
Oh yeah, that is good.
That's good.
That is really good.
So we highly recommend you try. Hold that up there.
Yak and Brew.
Yak Brew. The Tongba kits. So you don't actually have to think and figure out all the components. You just follow the directions, and then you too can have Himalayan Tongba, which we've had some throughout different places of Nepal and Bhutan, different places, the Himalayas. We'll do it. It's a great traditional drink. I think it's healthy. I do. I mean, it's just millet, an ancient grain, a super grain, and boiled water. What can go wrong? It's like a salad.
Yeah. Now we can have it at home.
Yes. Enjoy.